Welcome back, L127 here. So, returning to our Journey to Cake playthrough of Infinitode 2. So, in the previous parts that we went through the stage 2 and some part of stage 3 so that we can unlock the multi-shots. So now we have this, we are going to be primarily using these two towers to progress through the game. First is I want to get some resources before we move on. So we can also research this upgrade price. I don't have any money to put more. At least I can get some of these boxes to get some resources, but that's pretty much it. I could get a lot of this. I don't really have any more money, so it's time to go back here. As we have a quest to do, is the daily loot. Let's see here. Try to save us some money. At this point, we don't really have much, so the strategy is rather straight. But the general strategy for the game, well, for most levels, will be setting up for some towers to be able to hold the first few waves, and then set up for the bounties to get some money, and then set up the miners to get some resources. At this point, we don't really have the higher tier resources, and we don't have matrix in this one. So it will be like this. See if I can get the trophy in this level. I think 68, so it's a bit far. Yeah, there's a lot of fast waves to deal with. Not very nice. we have a wave 63. This can be concerning. We could also be concerned. We have abilities too, so if we need to, desperately need to, then we use that. Since we're able to handle 63, I will put focus on multi-shot. At this point, I feel like we can remove this. Still have 2 waves of these fast enemies. Okay. So we got the wave milestone and the daily loot of some keys. So the trophy gave a house self-refund. I will open some of these boxes. See if I can upgrade things. Obviously, the problem is that I don't have money. Let's see how we're going to do this. It's gonna be a little bit. Okay. So the next thing I want to do is to do some of these bonus levels. So this is the bonus level, the first one. So the first thing is that there are limited waves. It goes up to 75 in this one. And the base, well, at least for the early ones, have some special boost that will give some benefits for specifically this level. This level will also give the splash tower some boost, along with giving you the ability to use splash before unlocking that by unlocking 2.5. But as for splash, it isn't very useful at this current point, so I will be ignoring that. For now, we are going to play some basic tile. Not really basic because we're not using basic tiles, but we'll just get some towers set up so we can kind of push this. So the first thing is another thing about this is that it gives it globally increases the max tower's experience level and upgrade level, not just the splash. So we can say upgrade to level 7 for both our multi-shot and sniper. And I can also reach experience level 10 for the special abilities, I believe, since we have the cap over level 7 normally. Trying to just let me click on those and then bad things could happen. Still, given that those bonus enemies could potentially invalidate my ROMs, had given me bad impression. So I'm not really optimistic about these things. So I tend to just avoid touching them, just to make sure that I don't get to issues. So in this level has a rather challenging score quest. It's not the 22,400 which is completed. There is another after we have done this one, and it requires us to do 133,000. Okay. So the first thing about this is that I have said that this are bonus levels, and the bonus levels have limited waves. So it's not really about how long you can live to get more score. It becomes that you want to have as high score given the limited waves. So you want to have higher score efficiency over the same waves. So things like force wave bonus, mining score, and some other things becomes more important when trying to do this. Now my higher score in this level in normal mode was like 270,000. It should be easily doable. I don't think you need the overload for this. Though the overload had also received some changes. But yeah, it's a bit of a later thing. Though the overload also was put earlier, so you can access it earlier. I think it is in stage 4, before it is put later in stage 5. But yeah, at the moment we don't really need to worry about the overload. We just need to focus on completing these levels. But yeah, the limited waves would have given some challenge for this. And there's one level later that I feel like we're really going to use the overload to pass one of the quests in the bonus levels. At this point, we got a level 10 ability, so it automatically receives the ability once a tower reaches level 10. So this one is the counter attack for the multi-shot, and this ability also got changed compared to the previous season. And this one is the kill shot. It's more of a percentage health of enemy kind of thing. This is more of an HP threshold thing, and it's based on the health of the enemies. And at this point, I feel like we're struggling. Also, at the end, they are just the fast waves, so we're going to focus on multi-shot. So yeah, the first thing is that the multi-shot received a change on the counter-attack ability. It got changed for quite a bit. So now, the counter-attack, before I believe is like doing more damage to faster enemies. So enemies that move beyond a certain speed. Now is that the denser the enemies, more enemies next to the targets will increase the damage dealt to the targets, I believe. I may have said this in the previous part, but yeah, there are many things that have changed to the multi-shot, so I feel like it's worth uh, noted, noting this because. And then there is the blueprint chest, which gives the some basic blueprints, about 50, 40, 50 of those. Maybe I should put focus on this green paper's bonus, though I need a lot of matrix. Maybe I should try to get the purple chest. Though this may not be the best decision. I'm gonna try to get some of these so I can get some money. So try to squeeze some extra money for this. Okay. So 2.b1 next. And this is a one with less waves. This is the one with the least among the bonus levels. The B series. And this one has helis. And I will be using putting a multi-shot here. So this one improves the multi-shots, so definitely use them. And this one increases the maximum tower upgrade level, but not the experience level. That's one thing to take note of. So we cannot get the level 10 ability here. At least, yeah, we had the research for that, but not now. Not at the moment. And another thing about this is that you can't complete the enemies killed. In one game. So this one, the 1.2k enemies killed. You can't complete that in one game. It doesn't say do one game. If it doesn't, then yeah, it's not happening. Even you have to defeat all the enemies, you will have to go for a relatively short game to complete that quest. I may at one point try to see if it's possible to get that to be doable in one game by tweaking endless difficulty. But at this point, well, at least in normals, is going to be that you're going to be using several kills for this quest. At least we have the level 7, so we can have 2 of the first abilities. So it does help. And the final few waves are going to be a lot of strong enemies, which the multi-shot can't hit. Comes with a lot of low density. Technically, the worst low density strong waves. Because the higher density actually comes with less enemies, also with less health. You don't want to complete as a very short game. You want to complete that. It's a very short game. Yeah. So you can get some accelerators and some resources. I want to leave that for now. Yeah, so we can get this mining speed now. I'll also go this way so I can eventually get to this upgrade price. The next is another wave interval, certainly a good thing. At this point, I'm going to improve this tool tower specifically. We're gonna try to do the next level. Though I want to leave 3.5 for a while because I have had a bad experience when I first playing the game. Returning to play this game for the new season. Went horribly for 3.5, so I want to leave that for now. So this is where the actual level that introduces the armored enemies. But yeah, since we skip this level to do 3.3, so we can get the. So this wave turned out to be the trickier one to deal with. Because quite a solid formation, which can be quite difficult to deal with. So at this point, I would like to play slowly but surely to make sure that I can handle this, so it doesn't end up horrible. There isn't a pure matrix. At least there is a matrix source that I can use. The mining mods also gets tweaked. I also have sources changed. So the more the mining mods, the less efficient they are. So there is a chart which displays this, and here you will also be able to see the charts. The miner UI also gets changed. Not sure if I can do this. Or try. I should save money. Anyways, this may hold for a while. I may want to slow down here. Just slow down. This is also kind of bad. Also, we don't have enough wave interval. That's not very nice. Apparently, we needed even more wave interval. At this point, try to save some money. At least I can hold this wave for now. So back in the past, this level doesn't have any source tile next to a platform. So you cannot use mining modifiers, experience modifiers, or gauss. Well, some cases that they are sources next to the platforms. You cannot use the. And at this point, I feel like they are in danger. So upgrade towers. I would like to have glass here. Not sure if I can handle to be able to get 3 stars in this one. It is hard. It is much harder than 3x3. Because fast enemies also exist. You don't need to just have a multi-shot for this. Or anything that does it. Which also means we cannot just solely put focus on just using the. And at this point, we are not in a good shape. It's kind of scary. At this point, I feel like we need to sell bounty. Hopefully this works. We might need to increase our level cap now, because at this point I feel like we are reaching potential. We're reaching maximum potential of the platforms that we can grasp at this point. Not very good. Also, the wave interval is getting quite a bit issue here. Let's see. We have 2 consecutive waves of this. Maybe bad. It could be bad. I'm gonna fireball this. Just try to reduce damage. Okay. Next player. Okay. It's not too bad. Going to get another multi-shot. Just try to hold for a bit longer. Obviously, no chance for the trophy. It's I believe wave 91. It's very far. Obviously, not happening at this stage. The wave interval is too short. We are not getting the force wave bonuses. At this point, I feel like we're just going to fall off quick. With this wave, especially, I feel like we're just going to, well, I don't know. Maybe try to put it down to 68. I'm not sure if that's possible. If that will be possible. Probably done a bad idea. I might not end up being able to do that. Yeah, rest in pieces. I am bad with this. So what we lost for this? A box. Yeah. Open the box. I don't know what to say here. Well, that was poorly done. We'll have to do something about that. Anyways, we got our wave interval. We certainly need more wave interval considering what has happened in that. So I would like to get one more level on these, and I already run out of money because I cannot get the next wave milestone. So I run out of money. Well, probably that's one thing. But if we can only get 67 in that level, this could be a concern. Also, I'm running out of money. It's nothing else. I would like to use it now. So 3.4. This is not very nice. Where's the first summer? At this point, don't need to concern, but I would like to install this now. With the harder portal, you can make this more difficult. It certainly make it more difficult. Okay. So Factor has the bonus, so we can move Factor. This one. But first is I need to get some money. Maybe the best decision is actually to have this factor money here, so we can and the mining modifier to improve both. At this point, I kind of don't want to undo this. It's going to be a bit of a waste of money. I don't want to do that. I only hope that I can get the wave milestone for 3 stars. check out this one. You can see that this is quite a concerning wave set. It's very dangerous. I'm gonna increase attack speed. We don't really have a very good tool to beat these armored. Because the blast is not really a, designed to for offense purposes. It's more for support. It's not really for offense. It's not really for its damage. It's more for its stun. With this in mind, it's not really that great to consider the damage pass to the armored enemies. And we have jets, which can potentially be taken care of with the multi-shot, though it's still kind of bad. And we're at the anti-air to assist. At this point, I actually went on one. There is armored wave later, so I try to save some money for the armor. At this point, since they are the fast enemies, so the snipers are not going to be able to do a good amount of damage to them. Okay, now the regular waves. I think it's time to do this. Don't have enough. Okay, we're able to handle the armored wave. There's another jet wave. Obviously, we're too weak for this. Once we can get the anti-air upgraded to a good level, then we can tackle those more easily. My is going to explode. Let's get this to finish quickly. Okay, so we're gonna use abilities. That's nice. And the special 3 from the first wave milestone. Okay, so I think I will end this part here. With the first levels kind of tackled, with our next goal being able to push through from 3.5 to the later levels, and that will be it for this part. So if you want to follow the series, consider subscribing and turn on the notifications, and I will see you in the next part. Thanks for watching.